time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing here tonight? Well, we are here at Worldwide Technology Raceway for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. This is going to be a heck of a race. This is in the playoffs, and we are going to see some crazy action. Especially see how this track is. 1 and 2 very, narrow of a track, kind of like a long paper clip, but 3 and 4 has a very wider turn. So, drivers are not going to have to manage of how to handle this track a lot better and see what they could do. So right now we're under qualify. We've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left of our qualifying session here right now. We got 4 drivers that have put a time in so far. Alex Campbell being the first one on the pole here at the moment of time. Right now looks like a little bit about your track information. We are currently 104 degrees on the track, 11 mile per hour north wind. Looks like kind of like a partly cloudy type of night here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. The track length about a mile and a quarter, so it's not too long, but it'll be fun to see how these drivers will be able to make these passes. How will they get around each other and not make mistakes? Will speeding down pit road be an issue? If you see right coming into turn number 3, you see where the pit road entry is. The pit road's a little bit different than what we're used to. They have to get on the apron down there and take it all the way around instead of usually drivers entering pit road out of turn number 4. So let's go down there on track. Let's see what's going on, who's got what it takes, and who's out there on the track getting their qualifying session in of this night here tonight. Corey getting ready to leave pit road here at the moment of time. Chance Manning right now sitting on the end of pit road, just waiting patiently. Kayla McKinney also sitting at the end of pit road. So right now, Kayla McKinney is currently as your points leader here at the moment with 2,073 points. Right just about 1 point away. Chance Manning holding on to second place. He is at 2,073 points. Only 3 points away. Wesley Triplett is holding on to your third. Dennis Kane, currently 10 points away, is tied with Brandon P. for your fourth place at the moment of time. So both of them are tied. And then right now with fourth and fifth, Todd Slauson right now holding on to sixth place here at the moment of time for your point standings. And this is as of Dover Motor Speedway last week. Unfortunately, I do apologize. We were not able to make it last week just due to all the weather and everything going on. It was definitely crazy. Joshua Neal, what up, bud? Good to see you out there tonight. Hope you're doing very well out there. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, though. Let's go Midwest Motorsports, number 20 and number 5. All right now, looks like, see a couple other drivers. It looks like Wesley now leaving pit road. A couple of them waiting until right at the last second. Here, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of qualifying, and then we go into our race session of this night. Here's your qualifying driver bar for tonight. Watching Wesley take around here tonight. What can he do? Corey Blevins getting himself up to 4th place. Wesley Triplet holding on to 5th, rounding your top 5 there. Wayne Garland in 6th for your lap times at the moment. 3 drivers still getting ready to put a lap time in. That's Chance, Caleb, and Wesley. They all now have got onto the track here. Looks like Corey, Raymond, and Brandon have not came out on out of pit road yet. Looks like they might just wait until the end or not qualify here tonight. Let's see what Wesley can put down. Currently right now projected at 34.2. Your best out there is a 34.279. He's only 0.1 second off of that pace right now. Holding on in that 46 machine. Coming out of turn number 4 down the front stretch right now. Caleb McKinney at 33.8 projected time. And Chance Manning at 33.9. Wesley put him now up to 4th place with a 34.933. Go on board with Chance Manning. Chance 34.4 at the coming to the line. And that time with crossing the line, that's going to put a 34.528. That put him up to 3rd place here at this moment. Wesley, on his first lap there, was able to put down a 34.474 for his best time. That put him up to 2nd place. Alex Campbell still holding on to your pole position with that 34.279 here at the moment of time. So we got 30 seconds left of our qualifying, and then we'll go through our starting grid here tonight. Hope everybody's doing very well out there and enjoying their Tuesday, especially, starting of the week, almost halfway by tomorrow. And then, we're going to have the 4th of July weekend. Let me know if everybody's excited for their 4th of July, and let me know out there in the chat any fun plans got going on for your 4th of July. Only driver that stayed out on the track until the end of it, Wesley Triplet, put him in 4th, holding on. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to go through our starting grid here tonight. All right, while they're all getting gridded up here, let's go through our qualifying grid here, showing you where everybody's starting. In row number 1, we have Caleb and Alex. In row number 2 for tonight, we have Chance and Wesley. In row number 3 for tonight, we have Dennis and Wesley. In row number 4, we have Ed and Cordy. In row number 5, we have Wayne and Brandon. In row number 6, we have got Corey and Raymond. And that is everybody through your starting grid here tonight. Heading to the lake early, that's why I didn't make it tonight. I'm kind of a little jealous there. Please tell me you're going on a boat. Oh, I'm going to definitely be a little jealous. But at least you're enjoying the weather and, going to have a good time, especially being out on the lake. Alrighty, let's get ready to rumble like they like to say. And let's see here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series who's got what it takes to get themselves a win here. We got Caleb and Alex going to be leading the field to the green flag for the initial start of this race. We always say who's going to be eating the bologna sandwich and make a mistake or not pay attention until that green flag goes out. We got a couple drivers still waiting to get on track right now. Looks like we got about three drivers not quite yet loaded in here. Looks like we got Alex, Corey, and Raymond. They had to hurry up real quick to go grab them a Slurpee down in the infield and come right back. That's probably what we're waiting on here. But once they get situated, we'll see this pace start, this field start rolling. Boating and floating for 5 days. Heck yeah, Joshua, that's awesome. Well, I think it's probably been a couple of years since I've been on a boat. I used to own a boat, finally got rid of it. You know, they always say is owning boats like that type of deal. It's a money pit, and it really was just a lot of money trying to just have a little bit of fun on the lake, and especially where I live down in Flint area. There's not many lakes that you can actually have very much peace. There's so many people that are out there. It just kind of gets a little dangerous. So that's not always the fun part. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go green flag racing. The pace car will take that hard left into pit road, and then we'll start dancing up in his little box. That flagman will be. Let's see what it got to take here tonight. And that's definitely a weird spot for a Porter John, right down the middle of the back stretch. Kind of a squirrel moment there tonight. Alrighty, let's find out. Here tonight, Caleb McKinney, Chance Manning, Wesley, Dennis, Brandon, Todd, all going to be battling it out here. Ed, Ian, and Wayne, Austin, Joshua, and Corey for your playoffs here tonight. Pace car is in. Here we go. Flagman is going to start this whole race here. Let's see who's got it, what it takes. Green flag out in the air. Look at the 54 right on the back bumper of Caleb McKinney's. But here comes the 54 on the inside here, making the pass for the lead already in turn 1 and 2. But Caleb's going to fight right back on the inside line. Basically a crossover move happening here. Here they are getting ready to go into turn number 3. Right now Caleb's got the lead. He's got the 54 cleared. The 54, he is looking, can he make that move to the inside line here and make it happen? Here comes the 54 on the inside line, side by side once again, back and forth here every single lap. 54's got himself cleared. He's back at the lead, but Caleb's going to fight right back here. Let's see what he could do. Alex Campbell right there watching all this action happen right in front of him. On board here with the number 12. Coming into turn number 3 and 4. The different lines these drivers are going to be taking. Here we are going into turn number 1. This body armor machine closing it in a little bit more at every single lap. 34.9 compared to a 35.2 of Caleb's lap time. So right now, third place a little bit faster. Joshua, I am south of Coldwater. Heck yeah, man. Small world, I can tell you that. Ooh, man. Alex getting a little, looks like a little loosey-goosey coming out of there. Chance Manning got in the fastest lap during this session so far. But while I just said that, of course, Caleb McKinney had to prove me wrong. That time by 34.527. That was the fastest lap, but what's crazy to see, Caleb McKinney is 5.27. Chance Manning on lap number 2 was a 5.28. 0.001 difference of the lap times as your fastest lap of the session here tonight. Chance Manning right now, ooh, Corey. Right now, it looks like he may have some issues. A little bit of damage to that front right. I'm not sure exactly what just happened. Let's see if we can rewind it. We are still green flag here at the moment. I know it's going to look weird, but we're going to just kind of curious to see what just happened. Here is the 84. Oh, man, gets it. Loosey-goosey coming into the corner there. And that, ouch. Oh, and the Corey was just right there, had nowhere to go, and unfortunately was just tagged along. So, we're back live. This is live now. We can see the 20 going into pit road with front right damage there. Chance Manning still holding on to your lead. Caleb McKinney in second. Alex Campbell in third. Wesley Triplett in fourth. Dennis Kane in fifth, rounding your top five. So lap 6 out of 128 completed here. 123 laps to go. Tonight's last were 128 laps. Tonight's distance in miles is 160 miles. Track temperature 100 degrees. Air temperature 73, 11 mile per hour. Northwest wind here tonight. Lap 6 going to be completing lap 7. And there is a gap of a 0.6 between Chance and Caleb for 1 and 2. Alex Campbell right now holding on to your third place. 0.6 seconds away from your leader here. He's got his eyesight in front of him. Got a couple drivers he's keeping an eye on, but right now, right behind him, he's got Wesley Triplett. He's right there on that back bumper, trying to close it in even more. Got Dennis Kane right there in our picture, and Corey in the 24. That's going to be 5th and 6th place. Yeah, actually, 4th, 5th, and 6th place right there in your vision. Chance still holding on to your lead, has about a 0.4 second gap now, closes, or he's pulling away even more. Now Alex is about a 0.8 where he was a 0.6 and falling back. Right now, last lap a 35.0 compared to Caleb's 34.9. But while we are still green flag racing here at the moment of time, we'll be right back here after these commercial breaks.
Paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come to my family at Delta Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Where's the quote? We will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
It's time to talk. It's time to talk.
It's time to talk. It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
Watching all the action there under commercial break. We saw the battle going on between Caleb and Wesley there for a couple of laps. Looks like right now Caleb holding on to second, Wesley in third, and Alex holding on to fourth place. Rounding your top four, Dennis Kane in fifth, Corey in sixth, Brandon in seventh, Wesley in 8th, Ed and Brown, Wayne in 10th, and Corey in 11th. Right now, looks like Corey's still sitting on pit road, currently 9 laps down. Wayne's still on the lead lap. Chance Manning right now holding onto your lead. Look at the gap between Chance and Caleb here. About a 0.8 second gap right now in between each other. Wesley's about 1.6 second gap. You can see them on your picture there. You can see Alex closing it in on him for that's a 3rd and 4th place battle here at the moment of time. Well, I made it 4 laps and too much damage to continue. Oh, man. Corey, well, if you're getting bored, bud, you're more than welcome to hop up here in the booth and see how it's going up there. I don't mind at all. Definitely unfortunate night for you. Not what you wanted to see here at all tonight. So right now we're watching on board here with Caleb McKinney. About a second back right now in this number 76 machine. Closing in, but you know what time it is. It is time to crank it up here tonight. Basically, what like we like to say is turn up the phones, turn up the iPods, the TVs, the computers, whatever you're watching, and listen in. Watch these cars fly by. All right, watching all these cars fly by here right now. Chance has completed 18 laps so far up front. When will these pit strategies happen here? Just curious. I'd love to, but I'm just going to race control this. So if I'm needed, hopefully not, I'm available. Heck yeah, bud. No problem at all. But right now, with completing 19 laps here at this moment in time, we do have a couple drivers, or it looks like Wayne also being a driver coming down pit road. He is currently 3 laps down, probably getting some damage fixed here. Back up front, though, Caleb McKinney about a second back. I was looking at the last lap, a 35.3 compared to a 35.2. Chance by a 0.1 faster than Caleb. At the moment, though, the fastest driver on the track is going to be your leader. That fresh air definitely kicking in, helping out here. Let's go on board here, actually with Chance, and ride it around with him for a minute and show you what it looks like as his point of view. See how much of a, you can hear him downshifting, getting into these corners here, and just how much of a wheel he is trying to fight here. It's crazy, it's cool to see how much of these different drivers do, especially you can hear them downshifting into third gear there in turn 1 and 2. You can hear them staying in gear 4 right now, coming out of turn number 4. That's the difference between each corner, 1 and 2 being so much smaller than turn 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. There we go. So right now, let's go through all of our sponsors here. Give a big shout out to all the league sponsors and the broadcast sponsors here. But I want to give a big thank you and everybody out there watching week in and week out that support these drivers, the leagues, and the broadcast. If it wasn't for you guys to be able to allow these drivers to come out for a couple hours of the night to be able to race and give us something to be able to produce, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you to everybody out there allowing these drivers to do this, and also sitting here watching, supporting all these drivers, the leagues, and the broadcast week in and week out. But the biggest sponsors we want to give a big shout out to is going to be Shunco Custom Diecast, one of the main sponsors here for Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. We appreciate them coming on board here. If you want to get yourself a custom diecast, head on over there and let them know they can hook you up. So we want to say thank you to them here tonight. Also, another sponsor is going to be Jackie Jones. If you want to get yourself a new car, head on down to Cleveland, Georgia, and get yourself either a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Definitely, why not get yourself in a new vehicle and pull off the lot there? So we want to say thank you to Jackie Jones coming on board here tonight. Also want to give a big shout out to is going to be Dubby. If you want to get yourself a energy drink powder, you just basically put it in some water or something to drink, help you out. If you use promo code Redline, you can get yourself 10% off your order. So we appreciate Dubby coming on board here for Redline Racing Network. Also, we want to give a big shout out to is Admin Box. If you want to get yourself a new admin box, head on over there. That will help your iRacing needs as best as possible, especially if you're as a race control or you're running a league and you got to help just by pushing a couple buttons to make things a little bit easier. That's all you have to do is head on over to Admin Box and let them know. Get yourself one ordered. We definitely would appreciate it. This is one of the another main sponsor here for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. Also, we want to give a big shout out to is going to be Delta Tire, being a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want to get some new tires, front alignments, oil changes, things like that, they can hook you up. So thank you to Delta Tire coming on board here for Redline Racing Network. Also to Sheath Underwear. If you want to get yourself some new underwear, head on over to Sheath and order yourself. If you use code No Lift, you can get yourself 20% off your order. So we appreciate Sheath coming on board. And also, last but not least, we want to give a big shout out to Barbecue Beef Sauce, being a main sponsor here for Redline Racing Network. If you want to get yourself some delicious barbecue sauce, they have multiple different flavors, different types of meats. You can either look them up on Facebook or website, or go down to Amazon and get you some ordered. So we want to say thank you to Barbecue Beef Sauce coming on board here tonight and every single night we're able to broadcast. So thank you to all of our sponsors here, especially able to support all these drivers, the leagues in the broadcast. So thank you so much. All right, we'll go back live and see what's going on the track. While we were just kind of watching Wesley head around here, Chance Manning still holding on to your lead. Caleb McKinney in second. Wesley Triplet in third. Dennis Kane in fourth. And Gordon Blevins in fifth, running your top five here at the moment of time. So we've starting to get a little bit of gaps going on through the field here. The closest battle is, and it's really not a battle, but the closest we got is about a 0.7 gap, and that is between 5th and 6th place. That is the number 12 and the number 24 trying to, you can see the 12 trying to close it in here on the 24, but currently right now the 24 a little tad faster than Alex Campbell. But that's kind of starting to get all spaced out here tonight. We're going to probably see some strategies starting to happen here in just a little while. 28 laps has been completed here so far tonight. Right now, your biggest mover of the night is going to be 3 positions, and actually that is going to be tied. Right now, that is tied with Corey in the 24 and the number 5 holding on to 7th. Brandon is going to be tied for the most positions gained since the start of this race, and that is only 3 positions. So here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, track temperature 96 degrees. It actually has calmed down in temperature, 74 degrees outside with a 13-mile-per-hour north wind here tonight in this 1.25-mile length track. But what will happen for strategy-wise is what I'm curious on. Be due to, when come down pit road, when not to, things like that. That is the biggest ultimate question, that what will happen. We've seen some crazy calls of when to come down pit road, when not to in the past races. That may be a factor tonight. Are we going to see some short pitting, or are we going to see some drivers try to stay out as long as possible and start saving some of the fuel? All right now, lap 31 completed here out of 128 laps. We only have 98 laps to go. Looks like right now, Caleb getting a little loosey-goosey coming out of these corners. See that back end kind of coming out from him, especially coming out of turn number 4. Here he is coming into turn number 1 and 2. You can see the drivers are starting to actually drift up the track a little bit more in the longer these runs go. You can tell the tires are starting to wear off just a tad, a little bit. Right now, Chance Manning still dominating here tonight. We've had so far tonight 0 cautions here. We also have had only 1 lead change. That is it here tonight, and that was when we were watching Caleb and Chance battle it out back and forth. But we do have also on lap number 4 a new track fast lap. That is going to go to the number 24 of Corey, a 34.444. Basically 34 all repeating here. And that was on lap number 4 of tonight. So he's got your fastest lap. Let's see who's going to be able to beat that time once we get those fresh tires and the fuel on here tonight. Slowing it, you can tell he's kind of slowing it down more in the corners here. But when and how much will you start saving? He's got about a 1.6 second gap from Chance, and between Chance and Caleb for 1 and 2. Wesley about 5 seconds back, and farther back right now. The closest battle out there on this track is going to be the number 99 of Dennis Kane, trying to close it in here on Wesley in the 74. Looking at these two's lap times, Dennis Kane a little faster than Wesley at this moment. You see them looking at these lap times. Last lap, Wesley did a 35.8. Dennis just ran a 35.7 that time by. But up here in the fan cam, basically up into the grandstands here. That's kind of cool little track that we have on the infield there. But this is what it looks like as a fan up in the grandstands here tonight. Kind of hard to see up here in the, how big of a track this is. But watch it right now. This number 99 try to close it in here on Wesley. Can he do it? Lap 36 completed. But right now, looking at a couple of these drivers back here in the back. Alex Campbell right now, a 36.0, as just identical lap time as Corey in the 24 at the 36.0. Both of them are running identical lap times right now, and that is for 5th and 6th place. I was kind of looking at all the drivers' lap times, and I just noticed that. It was kind of comical how close, not even a .001 off of each other. There were literally identical lap times going on between both of these drivers. Looks like Wayne Garland may have went off track there for a minute. It kind of indicated that he may have mowed some grass here tonight, or got a little situated. You can see Wayne right now tried to getting around this number 46 place, or number 46 car, holding on to 9th. This is for 9th and 10th, but currently, right now, Wayne is only 7 laps down, where Wesley is currently on the lead lap. And these two are actually battling pretty hard. You can see them kind of looking which way they want to go and how to get around here. Here comes Wayne, mowing some grass here once again. Maybe he saw the lawn care service missing some of the grass out there tonight and trying to help them out a little bit. I feel like it looks a little bit better from that Wayne kind of touched it up for us. Chance 1.6 still away from Caleb McKinney. Still, green flag have not had a caution here at all tonight. 11 drivers have showed up here for the Worldwide Technology Raceway. And looking at your schedules coming up here tonight. So, at this moment in time, with us being here at Worldwide Technologies, next week, Chicagoland Speedway is going to be the last race of the of the playoff season, and that will determine who's got it, who's going to be taking home the championship, and that will be next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be taking Chicagoland for 120 laps. So stay tuned next week, ladies and gentlemen, because the battle's going on, especially Caleb Chance, especially Chance right now leading the most of the laps. He's going to try to get that position pass for the championship, because Caleb's only 1 point away from Chance, so at the moment in time. And they're right now 1-2. Wesley holding on to third in your points championship. Dennis Kane in fourth in points, but he's also tied with Brandon for points. So this is a very close championship battles going on between all these drivers, and it's gonna be fun to find out who's got it tomorrow. Basically tonight will determine how far away they are, but the battle for next week is gonna be coming down to basically, you're gonna be biting your nails, knowing that anything is going to be possible, and it's the last race. It's everybody's going to be pushing really hard. But we do got a couple drivers coming down pit road. Dennis Kane and Wesley coming down pit road to start their green flag pit stops on lap number 42. Here they are starting those times. That's probably going to start drivers to start coming in here. You can see now your leader has now entered pit road. Caleb McKinney also down pit road. Here is also the 24 of Corey. Alex Campbell coming down. You can see Brandon right now holding on to fifth. He is now going to try to take over the lead here once all the drivers are in to pit road here. You can see him crossing the line, holding on to second. There he is, takes over the lead while all the drivers are down pit road. So we've got a new leader here tonight. The number 5 of Brandon. Let's see what he has in store. How long can he stay out there on these tires? He's been out there for 43 laps. My projected he's going to come in this time, and he is. There he goes. Entry of pit road out of turn number 3, coming into turn number 3. Wesley going to be holding on to second place. Chance Manning in third. Chance Manning now leaving pit road, but Wesley now entering pit road there. Looks like Ed Brown in the 21 right there. Currently 1 lap down right now, holding on to 9th place. Try to get back on the lead lap, and he is that. While he crossed the line, was able to get back on the lead lap. Brandon still holding on to your lead, but there is Chance Manning now crossing the line, getting around Brandon. Now Chance Manning back into your lead. And Caleb McKinney currently about 6.4 seconds back for second place. Wesley Triplett holding on to third place. 1, 2, and 3. All right, while we watch everything happening, then the pits, kind of get under control and everybody gets situated. We're going to be right back here after these commercial breaks.
time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair?
Come see my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, we're watching. While we're under commercial break, there was a caution out, but I have it paused at this moment. You gotta watch this slide, this drift around the corner here with Alex Campbell. You can see kicking this sideways. Basically, almost had this whole corner drifted for a little while, but unfortunately, just had it overcorrected. A hard hit onto the outside wall that gets him turning around there. And one driver that probably did not want to see that one at all was Chance Manning. He had over a 6-second gap from everybody, and unfortunately, not what he wanted to see. But man, oh man, what a hard hit there. You can see the car is just smoking here for Alex Campbell, but the race down pit road, a couple drivers have taken it in. Looks like Caleb McKinney leaving pit road there. Looks like Ed Brown right now as your leader. Dennis Kane in third, Wesley in fourth, Chance Manning in fifth. Ooh, man, a couple of these drivers definitely, that would have definitely hurted. So, a couple drivers, that's what's kind of interesting. While we're seeing Chance Manning down to fifth place, he was in his pit box 14.4 seconds. From second, third, and fourth, they are all either just a splash of fuel or a two-tire stop. 5.2 to a 5.7 to a 9.4 from Caleb, Dennis to Wesley. The whole pit strategy has changed in effect, being here under caution. Raggy, what's going to happen for 79 more laps here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because it is going to be interesting what is going to happen on all these drivers, because we got drivers that just took fuel, and we got drivers that just basically took tires. So that's going to be interesting. You can see Caleb McKinney taking the looks like he takes the inside there. We got also Wayne, I believe that was Wayne Garland getting the wave around the pace car there. So Wesley's going to be on the outside line. Caleb on the inside. Who's going to be eating the bologna sandwich on this restart? Here we go once again. Let's go back. Green flag racing. That pace car will take that hard left into pit road. The flagman will start dancing up in his little box. But we do have two drivers out there that have black flags. That's going to be Ed Brown and Wesley Peebles for 7th and 8th. Not sure exactly if they got caught speeding down pit road or not, and it does, if I'm not mistaken, they both got a black flag while they were under pit, so it looks like maybe a speeding penalty. Alright, here we go once again. Pace car is going to take that hard left. Caleb's got the whole field, going to be going to the restart zone here tonight. Here we go back into the Geico restart zone. Green flag out in the air. Beautiful start by the 76, 74 side by side here. Nobody really was eating the bologna sandwich on that restart, because here comes the 74 on the outside line, trying to make things happen, and here comes the 54. He's running back up front, showing you, hey guys, I am here. I want to back my lead. Battle for the top, basically for the lead right now. 1, 2, and 3 all right here together. And the driver that's got the front row seat right now is going to be Dennis Kane, watching all the action happening in front of him, knowing that I might not want to be involved in this, because look at the side-by-side action now for second place. Caleb and Chance, who's got what it takes to coming into turn 1. Man, look at Dennis Kane coming in hot, coming into turn number 1, closing in the gap. Look at how he entered that beautiful entry there by Dennis Kane. Oh, Caleb McKinney getting him sideways, able to hold on to it, coming down the backstretch into turn number 3 here in just a second. That was a great save by Caleb, but with doing that, that allowed Chance Manning to get by for second. And now Chance Manning, he's going to be trying to battle here with Wesley for your lead once again. Wesley has led a lap, Caleb has led 3 laps, Chance Manning has led 47 laps, and Brandon P has led 1 lap here tonight. That's all the drivers that have led some laps here. We've only had 1 caution of the night that we just happened. And you can see now Caleb into 4th gear, down the backstretch, coming into turn number 3. We see again now, he was getting a little loosey-goosey. Now he's getting a little tighty-whitey coming in here out of turn number 4. Oh, gets into the wall. Ouch. That's going to hurt, but we got a change of, some battlers going on for, oh man, I butchered that. Battles for their lead right now, Chance Manning and Wesley. Wesley, they were side by side. Now Wesley back to your lead here. Chance getting close to that back end right now. Will he give him a little bit of a push, or trying to mess up his momentum coming in, kind of, trying to get around here? What will happen here into turn number 1 and 2? You can hear Chance getting down into 3rd gear. Here he is, getting to that corner panel, to the tire. Not quite able. Oh, and the 47 and him both collide by just getting touching the wall. Grinding happened here tonight at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. With them both making collision. Chance Manning now is your lead. Wesley holding on to 2nd. Caleb McKinney in 3rd, Dennis Kane in 4th, and Corey Levin in 5th, running your top 5 here tonight. That's how crazy and how fast things happen so quickly. Up here into the blimp, though, looking down over track of some of these drivers, you see the gap now down to a 0.6 between 1st and 2nd place. We have completed 57 laps here out of 72 laps to go. First place has pulled away pretty far away, though, between 1st and 2nd. You can see the group, though, have from 3rd place down, kind of all close together here. You can see that right now Caleb McKinney has a little company from Dennis Kane right behind him. Also Corey in the 24 right there involved. All the drivers are taken there, where Caleb and Dennis. Caleb entered the corner a little lower than what Dennis did. Here they are, the race down the front stretch. Here coming into turn number 1. See Corey closing it in here on Dennis, getting a little hotter into the corner than what Dennis did. But we saw Dennis do that just a little bit ago. The 76 kind of drifting up into the corner there. That's now going to allow Dennis to close it in on him a little bit more. That time by, though, Dennis ran at 35.48. Corey just ran at 35.47. tires get situated, get under right now. Watching Caleb closing in on Wesley. How many laps does it take to have him make that pass? Alrighty, Wesley going up the track a little bit. Let's go on board here with Caleb. Caleb right now just ran a 35.4. Wesley ran a 35.3. Dennis ran a 35.3. Definitely good lap times getting put down for being out there for at least 12 laps on these tires in this run. Right now, the biggest mover is going to be 4 positions, and that is now going to be Brandon. He is the biggest mover of the night here tonight. Your most laps have been led is by Chance Manning, your leader up front right now. He's just doing what he's got to do up front, you know, being patient, hitting his marks, and not making any mistakes. A couple drivers that have brought it in. Looks like Alex Campbell has brought it into the infield there. And it looks like Corey in the 24 also bringing it into the infield now tonight. So at the moment, we only have 7 drivers on the lead lap. Corey, with him being into, basically has brought it into the infield. He is currently 1 lap down. So Chance has pulled away now 2 seconds from everybody here tonight. Hitting his marks, doing what he's got to do. So a little bit about Chance Manning from Louisville, Kentucky. He likes playing in his band, the Hollow Valley, and he loves sim racing and Fortnite. His favorite drivers out in NASCAR is Ryan Blaney, Tony Stewart, SVG, and Dale Jr. So a little bit of cool insights here on your leader right now. Completing 65 laps out of 128, 64 laps to go. We have now hit the over halfway point of the night here tonight. So let's go through our halfway point of all of our sponsors here. Give them some big shout outs here of the night. And all the fans out there watching here tonight, giving all these drivers some love. We appreciate all of y'all coming out here tonight and supporting these drivers, the leagues, and the broadcast. Thank you for that. Right now, big shout out to is going to go to Jackie Jones from Cleveland, Georgia. If you want to get yourself a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, head on down to Cleveland, Georgia, and get yourself a new vehicle. Why not get yourself a new 2025, either a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and look good while leaving the parking lot. So we appreciate Jackie Jones coming on board here. Also to Dubby, if you want to get yourself a new energy drink. It's just a powder. You put in some water or some liquid. You can, get all different types of flavors. If you use promo code Redline, you can get yourself 10% off your order. So we want to say thank you to Dubby. Also, we want to give a big shout out to is going to be Admin Box. If you want to get yourself a new, make your life a little bit easier for your iRacing needs, get yourself an admin box to help you either race control or run a league or things like that by just pushing a couple buttons. Head on over to admin box to get yourself one. You definitely will not regret it. I think makes your life a little bit easier if you're running a league or as a race control. Also, we want to give a shout out to is another league sponsor here, Shenko Custom Diecast. If you want to get yourself a new custom diecast of your car out there, head on over to Shenko Custom Diecast. They can hook you up. So we want to say thank you to them coming on board here tonight. Also, the other sponsor we want to give a shout out to is a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want some new tires, front end alignments, things like that, they can hook you up. We appreciate them coming on board here. We love to support our local businesses, and one of them is Delta Tire. So thank you to Delta Tire. Also, the sheath underwear. If you want to get yourself a new pair of underwear, if you use code no lift, you can get yourself 20% off your order. Also, last but not least, is barbecue beef sauce. If you want to get you some delicious barbecue sauce, head on over there to their website or Facebook and order you some. They have multiple different flavors, things like zesty and original, all sorts of different ones for different types of meats. So we want to say thank you to Barbecue Beef Sauce being a sponsor here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all of our sponsors here for the leagues and the broadcasts and everything like that. We want to say thank you to everybody watching, but also, we got to give the big shout out there. And I haven't done this in quite some time, but all the heroes out there that support this country, that where we're at right now, all the military that fight for us, but also all the first responders out there doing what they do, and definitely unfortunate. Seeing on the news about the firefighters down there, basically down south from me. So definitely want to give think about their family and all all these first responders in the military and nurses and everybody that risk their lives every day for all of us. So we want to say thank you to everybody out there that do that. All right now, Chance Manning still holding your lead. Wesley holding on to second. Caleb McKinney in third. Brandon P in fourth. Dennis Kane in fifth. Running your top 5 here at the moment. 7 drivers on the lead lap. Wayne now currently the first one, 7 laps down for 8th place. Having some good runs going on right now. The moment of time, looking at the fastest lap during this race session, these past couple of laps, I should say, that's where I meant to say, is going to actually be Wesley, a 35.7 compared to a 35.9. Ed Brown right now holding on to 6th place, having a good run in that number 21 machine. He's out here right now. You can see Wesley Peoples right there behind him. He's got a decent gap in front of him to try to catch up to Dennis Kane for 5th place. That's about a 6-second gap at this moment. With 73 laps completed, we got 56 laps to go. Track temperature 100 degrees, air temperature about 76, with a 15-mile-per-hour northwest wind here at this moment of time. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, we have our Monday Night Leagues for our Mystic Racing League. If you want to see some ARCA racing, stay tuned for that. Otherwise, we got our last race of the season going on for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series next week. Stay tuned for some crazy action especially being the last race of the season. Stay tuned for that. Other than that, we're gonna we have another league coming on here in a little while on a Friday night. So stay tuned for that. We definitely excited for them to allow us to come on here. That's gonna be the Half Decent Racing League. Can't wait to be able to produce some shows for them this season. All right, let's go back and see where the closest action going on the track right now, and that is going to be Caleb McKinney and Wesley. About a 0.3 second gap between both of these two, and then you got Brandon right there, about a 0.6 second gap between them. So that's what we're seeing here at this moment of time. See a couple of you out there watching. Thank you everybody for tuning in here so far tonight. Hope everybody's enjoying the show, especially being a Tuesday night here. Basically the first week of July. I can't believe how fast this year is coming already. Just think about we have already hit the halfway point of the year. Just feels like here in a little while we're going to see some snow fly, and that's how it feels like it's so quickly happening. But 53 laps to go. Hey, Corey, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Hey, yeah, I do. What's going on?
Oh, not much, bud. Just kind of seeing what's going on out here. And, since I seen you in the champion race control, what kind of insights going on out there that you have going on?
Not a whole lot. I don't want to give too much because I'm still communicating with Puff, so I don't want to say what he's doing. But yeah, just kind of watching from the blimp overview of watching these little cars just keep going around in a circle. I keep looking at that go-kart track in the center, and I'm wondering if my car's fixed, I can just go rip some laps there.
I was looking at we have a fan cam, and I saw that little track. I was thinking to myself, man, wouldn't that be kind of cool to get those cars in there to see what it feels like? Because that track looks kind of cool down in there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like looking at all the different configurations, and I was like, I could have some fun with that. So you were talking about some other upcoming events. I did want to say, yeah, our season is coming to an end next week for the Xfinity on Tuesdays. We have dabbled into some super late models on dirt.
Ooh.
On Thursdays. We did do one race a couple weeks ago. Puff did just get married last Friday, so took a week off for that on the Thursday, and then with the 4th of July being on Friday, we aren't going to do anything again this Thursday. But the following Thursday, we will do another race. It's going to be again super late models on dirt at Charlotte. Yeah, I'm going to see what the how many people are going to want to participate in that, and if it's a good number, then I'm going to see if you're available.
Well, heck yeah, just let me know if we got a good number of it. And, it's always fun to go, you get so used to doing asphalt and, kind of doing a change of events, seeing these drivers that are so used to doing, left, like doing some lefts and not really drifting around these corners, going to dirts where you're kicking these cars sideways. I bet you that's interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The last one, we did Eldora, just kind of get ones that aren't used to it, kind of a bigger track for them to get used to it. We're gonna start challenging them, make them some smaller tracks, maybe some tighter turns, something where you gotta have 2 lanes, the high line and the bottom line. Let's make it more interesting. Another thing that we're kind of talking about is we're looking at a next gen series. I'm kind of looking at Sundays. I just don't know the time yet, being with the actual racing on Sundays. Still want people to be able to watch that. I don't want them to lose their Sundays. Church Sundays, I don't want people to lose that. So we're dabbling in it, kind of see what interest we have, and then we'll go from there. But it's gonna be a few, probably at least a month and a half out, just to get kind of let us reset, take a little break. Where some of us getting a little burnt out. So, but no, so far, pretty successful few seasons. We're enjoying it. Like watching these guys continue coming out here every season and racing. Again, end of the season, you kind of start to see the car numbers dwindle down when people are not in the playoffs. But appreciate everybody that's raced. Appreciate you for broadcasting, and hope everybody that's watching is having fun.
Heck yeah, no, most definitely, and it's kind of common with cars, especially, and you are right, everybody gets burnt out a little bit, and knowing that like some drivers think, hey, why should I race if I'm not a part of the championship or stuff like that? But we do appreciate the drivers that do come out and still have some fun trying, because if I wasn't in the chase, I would still try to come and try to beat and race and try to get the win, to beat one of these guys and say, hey, even though I'm not in the chase, I can still beat you. It's kind of a bragging right at that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And watching the growth of each driver throughout the first time they raced with us till now is phenomenal. Not throwing any shade at anybody, but one of my favorite drivers to watch his progress is Wayne. Not saying that Wayne was bad before, but his growth from then till now is monumental. I love watching him race. Although he did take me out today, it's all good. No shame on that one. I didn't really care too much on that one, but no, I love watching Wayne race. Love watching him progress and just continue to get better. And it's the same for everybody. I love watching everybody grow. So, again, free league. There's a trophy at the end of the season. Shenko's doing a custom trophy car of a diecast car. Pretty sweet to see what that looks like. And then just all the other sponsors that throw stuff in there. Every now and then we do a 50-50 money race, and half goes to the league, half goes to the winner or whatever it is. And then sometimes we just throw random money in there. So for something that's free, it's pretty cool to give somebody somewhere to race and hopefully grow a good family community.
And that's one thing about iRacing, and it's just how much of a family you have actually become, and especially this league. Everybody's so you might get frustrated here and there. That's part of racing. That's part of just life. But after a race, everybody calms down, and you guys just have fun. You make up, and you guys give the greatest show. Because I just literally witnessed Brandon just getting around Caleb there for that is for actually no, things are changing now, but it was for third and fourth. Now with Wesley going down pit road, the battling going on, there's a lot of respect, and you can see it, that how much respect these drivers have for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a channel in the Discord called the Hauler. Somebody was cooking it into pit road there. I was trying to see who that was. Looks like Dennis Kane locked them up there entering. That was pretty sweet to see. But no, so we do have a channel in the Discord called the Hauler. It's for people to, whatever issue they have on the track, they can kind of squash it right there. And it's been successful. They have to abide by the rules by it. Admins don't step in unless they're stepping out of line and going into something that's breaking the rules. But I don't see the on-track issues carrying over each week. Like you said, the respect is crazy. I love seeing everybody respect everybody on the track. So that's pretty neat to see.
And that is a cool feature that this league and what you got going on here is, there's times you just want to, while we see real quick Caleb going down into pit road, but it just, like you said, that channel, I'm one of those drivers, if I get mad, let me see my piece real quick, I am good, I'm done and over with, and that's what a lot of drivers do. And luckily, at least at oh man, I'm butchering it, but that channel hasn't been very active lately, because these drivers are just, hey, that was my bad. And that's one thing that you have for this league is really cool. If a driver messes up for a caution, they that ownership of, hey, that was mine, I did it, or whatnot. Otherwise, you get that penalty if you don't call it, and that shows you respect right there too.
Yeah, absolutely. We do the you claim the caution, you get an EOL, and that's about as far as we want to go with it, right? Like, I don't want where if you mess up, you spin out, you caught us caution, now you got to do a drive-through. Like, I don't want to penalize you anymore. You messed up, right? So for everybody to just acknowledge what they did wrong, claim it, like that's huge. There's you get some people that are, I ain't claiming it, it's gonna hurt me this race, but they own it. So I appreciate everybody owning that. Yeah, man, I kind of wish I was out there on the track now.
Well, maybe we'll see you get on the track and do the little tiny track and have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I think I might be able to, since I cleared the black flags from the choose cone. So I don't think I have the meatball anymore. I just don't know what it says back in the car, if it still lets me go or not. If it does let me go, yeah, you'll see at the end of the race, I will be ripping. I'll find my way in there and I'll do something with it.
Don't lie, Corey. We're gonna see it during the middle of the race. We're gonna, all of a sudden, we see Corey just doing this little tiny track, thinking, "I'm the winner. We got a caution out."
Yeah, I see that. Looks like Wesley Peebles looped it in 1 and 2 there. So I will have to jump out and take care of that.
All right.
But I appreciate you broadcasting.
Yep. Thank you for coming in, giving me some company, and have some fun.
Yep. Thanks.
Thank you. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, while we get everything situated. Sorry, trying to got Corey all taken care of, pushed back down, and watching this, he was saying that Wesley just gets his sideways loosey goosey out of the corner there and gets him turned around. That is going to bring out our caution here tonight, and that's what we saw there. There we go. All right, so while we're under caution, waiting for drivers to get situated and get things like that, we're going to be right back here after these commercial breaks.
It's time to talk.
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 Here at Jackie Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackiejonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come to my family at Delta Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Barbecue beef sauces are...
Alrighty, we had to cut her short on our commercial breaks because we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here once again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's your caution information here tonight here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. 2 cautions, 5 laps under caution. We've had 6 lead changes here since the beginning of the race. All right, pace car is in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back green flag racing. Green flag out. Beautiful start by the 54. 74 maybe eating a bologna sandwich on that restart. You see Caleb on that back door, or back bumper of him. Let's see, coming out of turn number 2, almost 3 wide, coming here out of turn number 2. All right, with 96 laps completed out of 128, 33 laps to go to the end of this race. Definitely wanted to say thank you to Corey coming up here in the booth with us, giving us some company. And here goes the 84 of Wayne Garland going for a ride. Hard hit into the outside wall. We are still green flag at the moment. He is still rolling at the moment of time. And ouch, that definitely could have hurt even worse. But he's going to get going and try to get back up and running. Unfortunately, not what he wanted to see there. But he's not smoking, so he's still in a decent spot. But back up front, though, Chance Manning right now still holding on to your lead, about a second away from Wesley in the 74, and Caleb holding on to third. 1, 2, and 3. I hope everybody's doing great out there tonight and having a great night so far. You know, I hope, like we were hearing Corey talk about couple events coming up this season, and it's always fun to see, knowing that different races coming on, especially seeing some dirt track races. We haven't seen that in a while. You know, love that the the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series has us on board here, trying to do all the best work as best as we can. I know I butcher it a lot and mess up quite a few times, or things happen, but I do apologize for all those. I try my best, but hey, we always love to try to entertain as many people as possible. And, if it wasn't for everybody out there watching, to support us and these drivers in the leagues, we couldn't be able to do it. So thank you. But right now, seeing with your leader pulling away, Wesley got a little company behind him. He's got Caleb McKinney, Brandon, Dennis, Ed, and I believe Wesley coming in to this picture here. Here comes Brandon now trying to get around the number 76, and he's almost got it. This number 5 machine here is where Caleb McKinney is, calling on to third, and there's Brandon holding on to fourth. Brandon's going to look, getting a little sideways there coming out. We saw, while we were talking to Corey, though, man, we saw Caleb getting it dicey sideways quite a few times coming out of those corners. He was either really loose or he was really pushing it. Lap 100 has been completed. We've got 29 laps to go to the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost there. Looking back right now at some of these lap times. Right now, the fastest driver, of course, is with the guy with the fresh air here at the moment. The man up front doing what he's got to do. He just ran a 34.8 compared to second place at 35.1. That is the comparison between first and second place here at this moment of time. '76 closing it in on the back bumper of the number 74 here. Looking the way how to get around, but Brandon is going to be right there in this picture too. He is looking, while Caleb is closing in on Wesley, Brandon's closing in on Caleb here. They're definitely closing the gaps on each other here. Brandon looking a little lower than here comes the 76 kicking it. He is drifting it around these corners. We've seen him get into the wall just a little bit here and there, but he's doing what he's got to do. Here comes Brandon on the corner panel of the 76. Here, wasn't able to get there quite yet that time by, coming in 204 laps completed here out of 128. You can see your leader on your top left of your corner of your screen there, still trying to make things happen up front. Goes Brandon now on the inside. He's at the corner panel, not able to get there quite yet that time by. You see right now the gap between each other here, 1.9, 2.1, 2.4. Here is what we're seeing though for pit stops. All the drivers here up front from all the way down to 6th place have been in pit road 3 times. Wesley been there 4 times here tonight. Here's your best laps of the night here. Chance a 34.427, a 34.5 for Wesley, a 34.3. So that's what we're seeing at the moment. Who's got the best laps here going on tonight? But here's your last laps here tonight, though. Their last lap, Chance with a 35.4, Wesley a 35.5, but the pass going on there. Look at that. Brandon and Caleb right now battling it out really hard for 3rd and 4th place. that time by, looks like Caleb was able to hold on to that position. Great job all overall right now, trying to hold on to what they can do. These three right now, though, are doing a heck of a job trying to hold on to as best as they can. Brandon trying to push as hard as he can to get around. We have right now 21 laps to go to the end of this race. Still got a little bit. Oh, Caleb into the wall. That's going to allow Brandon to get the run coming out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. He's going to get him coming here into turn number 3. Now let's see if Brandon will be able to make that position happen and catch up to Wesley here for second place. Wayne did come down pit road on lap 99. So we do have 20 laps to go here tonight. Oh, and Caleb McKinney going around. We got a caution out on the track here tonight. Row Raggy. Let's see what just happened with just 20 laps to go. That definitely could have hurted a lot worse than it did, but here, let's go back a little bit. We saw Caleb McKinney. He's been pushing hard. Here comes Caleb out of turn number 2. Loosey-goosey out of the corner. Oh, man, it just, tried to correct it and wasn't able to do it. Mowing some more grass for us tonight, but able to keep it off the wall and not get the wall some love. So great job by that save by Caleb. All right, so while we're under caution here with 19 laps to go, Chance Manning right now as your leader. Oh, nope. Things are kind of changing since. Drivers are coming down into pit road. Brandon's going to lead a couple drivers down pit road at the moment, but look at Chance Manning going to stay out. Wesley staying out. The 40, I believe the 46 of Wesley Peebles. Right now, Wesley is staying out, and he's currently 1 lap out. He wants to get that lap back if he can. There he is. That's S4 guy. What's up going on out there, buddy? Hope you're doing very well. Definitely miss you being here on our Tuesday nights. Hopefully we'll see you again here soon, Zach. Hopefully everything is going well out there for you tonight. So right now, Chance Manning holding as your lead. Wesley holding on to second. Brandon in third. Them two have stayed out. They've been out there. It looks like your lead's been out there for 18 laps, and Wesley's been out there for 23 laps for third, fourth, and fifth. They have fresh tires, and then you go down to Wesley. He's been out there for 17 laps. So here's the thing: 18 laps to go. 2 drivers, no fresh tires. A couple drivers with fresh tires. What will happen? Who's going to be able to do it? That is the ultimate question. You know, knowing that we only have a couple more, a little bit less to go, I think anything's possible. It's going to get dicey. It's going to get crazy. We got 1 lap to green. You can see Chance Manning choosing the inside line. That's what I love about this league is the choose cone option. Usually it's going to be on the front stretch. And either you got to, if you want the inside line, you got to stay down low, or if you want the outside line, you got to stay up high. Basically, was how you got to do it, and that shows all the drivers of where you want to be and what's going to happen here. So, Chance going to take the outside. Oh man, Brandon going to be on the outside. Looks like everybody kind of on the inside line there. Only driver on the outside is going to be Brandon, from what it looks like. That's going to be an interesting start here. I'm really curious of how this will play out. All right, pace car will take that hard left into pit road. Flagman will start dancing up in his little box here tonight. Let's see if this will be the last time or not. There we go. They're all now double file through the field. In the Geico restart zone, Chance Manning going to lead the field. Green flag, beautiful start by the 54 on the inside line. Brandon holding on to second. Wesley in third. Because of iRacing kind of had everybody kind of starting in weird positions, they just had them line up, and if any black flag would come out, they get them waved. This is because how that all happens. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen, battle for your lead. Brandon on the inside now of Chance Manning. Here's your fresher tires. Is this what it's going to take to get around? New leader here tonight, Brandon, in the number 5, able to take over the lead from Chance Manning. Chance going to fight right back here, trying to hold the outside line, side-by-side action going on. Dennis Kane beating one of them. Ooh, a little bit of blinking going on from Chance Manning. That dang McDonald's Wi-Fi. Dennis Kane, though, looking at his last lap, a 36.0. He's got some company right behind him. He's got Ed Brown, Caleb McKinney, and Wesley Tremblay holding on right there behind him, though. Brandon has pulled away over half a second from second place. You can see second place is about a 0.7 second gap. Dennis Kane closing it in here on your second place, though. Ooh, getting into the wall, grinding the wall here tonight. You know, it's funny, Zach, you say Gateway, and it's so crazy just why they call it Worldwide Technology Raceway, and why don't they just keep it the old Gateway. It's always fascinating on the name changes around here. But right now, with 13 to go, coming down to 12 laps this time by, we've got right now 7 drivers on the lead lap. Oh man, Ed Brown going for a ride, holding on to it. Great save by Ed Brown. But Brandon right now holding on with him being up as your lead. He is holding on tied in points with Dennis Kane. That is for 4th place in the point system. We only have tonight and one more time. "12 laps now. You can see Dennis Kane has closed it in here on the number 54. He is looking. He is now he's going to try to pursue into this corner. Can he do it? Oh, there may have been contact there. Great save. Oh, Caleb McKinney getting around. You know, I know this is going to look weird, but I have to rewind it on this one because, man, oh man. Here's Chance Manning right now going into turn 3. This is a replay. A little bit of a bump from Dennis Kane. That's going to get him up the wall there, and that's allow Caleb McKinney and also the 21 Ed Brown get around there tonight too. And oh my goodness. Dennis Kane, I hope he is okay. I just go back live and we just witnessed a terrible, terrible hit. I don't know. Here's the replay of Dennis Kane. Oh, gets it loose and hard hit into the inside wall. Blown engine on his car there. Not a night he just wanted to see. Oh, man, oh, man. Dennis Kane, hope he's all right. He's going to have to bring into the infield care center there because that looked like that hurt. All right, Brandon holding on to your lead. Caleb McKinney in second. Ed Brown in third. Chance Manning in fourth. Wesley Peebles in fifth. Rounding your top 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're under caution, we're going to do this. Is going to be our last commercial break of the night here tonight. We'll be right back here after these commercial breaks.
time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Too much for tires and auto repair? Come to my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, we are back live. With just 8 laps to go, it's going to be bringing it to 7 laps this time by here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, who is ready to see some more crazy action? Brandon and Caleb going to be leading the field to the green flag this time by. The flag man will start dancing up in his little box. The pace car took that hard left into pit road. In your Geico restart zone. Here we go. Maybe for the last time here tonight. Green flag out in the air. Brandon takes the outside line. Green flag. Beautiful start. Brandon right now. Let's see what's going to happen going into turn 1. Holding on to your lead right now. Here's your Bearsons though. Brandon came down pit road 11 laps ago. And Chance Manning came down pit road 29 laps ago. For 1 and 2. Caleb McKinney holding on to 3rd, Ed Brown in 4th, Wesley in 5th, Wesley and Wesley for 5th and 6th. Wesley Triplett for 5th, Wesley Peebles for 6th. Alrighty, man, Caleb McKinney is looking. He is looking, trying to get around Chance Manning here. Can he do it going into turn number 1? See, he's getting close to that back bumper here, coming out of turn number 2 down the back stretch. See if he can get that run coming into turn number 3 here. There he goes. He gets down low. He is looking. He's going to dive it in really hard into the corner there, into for 3 and 4. Chance Manning was able to watch all that happen, and Caleb able to take over that 2nd place position back again. Now we'll see if he can close it in here on Brandon. The top 2 right now are on the same pit strategy here at the moment. With Brandon as your lead, though, he is right now your biggest gain or driver that has gained the most positions since the start of this race. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, here's the other insight here on with Brandon. Brandon was your last year's champion, and look where he is right now. Last season was able to do it. Can he do it again this season? He's tied for 4th right now in points. And with being tied in with 4th in points, he's only 10 points away here right now from your leader of Caleb McKinney. But Caleb McKinney holding on to 2nd though. Any points, anything matters. Anything is, makes things better. We'll see what happens. Right, 3 more laps to go. 3 more times around here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon just has to not make a mistake a couple more times around, and he might be able to get himself the win here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Caleb McKinney, he's looking at these lap times, 35.0 and a 35.0, this time by crossing the line with 2 laps to go. Brandon ran a 35.09 and Caleb ran a 35.10. That is the comparisons between first and second place here right now. Good battle going on for your first and second place, though. About a 0.2 second. He could tell it's close to get in here, but he pushes it too hard. Goes up the track a little bit. He's going to lose a little bit of ground here out of turn number 4 to get back on the gas pedal down the front stretch. That went from a 0.2 down to a 0.4 second gap between first and second. White flag out in the air one more time by here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race that we have watched. What a night we have witnessed, battling for first and second and for your third place here tonight. Ed Brown, does he have anything for third? Here he is coming out of turn number 4, though. Your race winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to go to Brandon P. in the number 5. Second place, Caleb McKinney. And your third place is going to Chance Manning and Ed Brown, with damage in the front stretch for 4th place. Man, oh man, what a night we just witnessed. What a race that we just watched overall. This is going to be fun to see how these points are going to turn out. Man, oh man, it's going to be a heck of a race next season. But let's go through our standing race results here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from 1 through 4th, we have Brandon, Caleb, Chance, and Ed. From 5th to 8th, Wesley, Dennis, and Wayne. Then we have Corey, Alex, Corey, and Raymond. And that is your race results here tonight. All right, watching Brandon burn it out here. Well-deserved burnout here. Definitely deserves it here. But we're going to pause it right there and pull up our third place finisher, our second place finisher, and our race winner here tonight that they definitely well deserve. Let's see if we get these drivers situated and have a chance to talk with them and see if we can find Chance Manning. See how he's doing. Hey, Chance, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, bud. Look at you. What a night tonight. You know, led a lot of laps, had a great run here tonight, and, you know, just come down to right at the end of this and got yourself a P3 out of the deal. How are you feeling here tonight?
Conflicted. The playoffs have been, I think I've led the most laps in the playoffs so far, and I've only gotten that one win last week. Yeah, Brandon had a great strategy, though. They were all ahead of me on tires, and it was a good race all around. Had a really fast Hollow Valley Sequential Sim Sport Chevrolet tonight, and ready to go to Chicagoland, try to win a championship.
Heck yeah. Well, this is as of Dover. You know, I know tonight it's going to change because of everything, but you're holding on to second in points. You know, you gained 4 positions with that win and everything, and you're only 1 point away from Caleb McKinney as of Dover. Now, you know, coming in third, I don't know how it's all going to play out, but I am excited to see how you guys are going to do next week because it's going to be the closest battle I have seen in points in a long time. And you know, I think next week, I feel like it's going to be one of those every position matters.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that this Xfinity car races now, it's you definitely want that advantage of clean air. So I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. Well, I know you mentioned a couple of sponsors and anything, but anybody else you want to give a shout out to that made this machine possible here tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Sequential Sim Sport, Hollow Valley, Velocity Pixels, Downforce Audio. Shout out to Mars for putting on a really fun league.
Heck yeah. Well, Chance, congratulations on your third place, bud. I'll see you next week. Let's see what's going to happen, and let's see if you get yourself a champion.
Sounds good, Brandon. Hope to be talking to you next week.
All right, thank you. All right, Chance Manning there tonight. Your P3 finisher here. Next up now, ladies and gentlemen, is your P2 finisher here tonight. Let's see how Caleb is feeling here tonight. Hey, Caleb, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I get a copy.
All right, bud. Look at you, able to bring home a P2 here tonight. Great battles all night long, trying to get yourself up there. And, the restart between you and Brandon, man, that was definitely awesome to watch. But, able to bring home a P2. How are you feeling here tonight?
Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good. Just this whole race has been really fun, and just going back through the race. I started off uh on the pole, and that was really good for how not good at this track I am. Uh, so that was good. And going into turn 3 or 4, a chance passed me, and he pretty much blew my doors off, pretty much, and he was gone. I couldn't catch him, and he was really fast tonight. So shout out to Chance for being really fast tonight. And if we didn't have those cautions at lap 50 and later in the run, he would have definitely won this race. And yeah, so from then on, I just tried to maintain my position in second, and then from there, the pit stops were coming up, and it was just not good on the pit stop. I messed up everything. I wasn't going the pit speed for about half of pit road, so that just messed up my pit stop, and I left very late. But other than that, I managed to come back with a P3, and I overcorrected. Not a P3, a P2. My bad. I overcorrected. I think on lap 105, 106, or 115. I'm not really for sure, but we got a solid. We started in fifth, and we just tried to work our way back up. And thank you to Wayne for being my spotter for the end of this race, because it was very crazy. And yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Austin, Corey, Brandon, and Josh Neal for putting this on, and for everybody watching, and you for making this come to life with the broadcast. So thank you.
Definitely, I appreciate it, Caleb. And before we throw you back down there, we got the points updated here, and Bud, you're still holding on to the playoffs right now. You're only by 3 points from Chance Manning, and only
Oh
six
man.
points from Brandon right now. Let's just say next week, the last race is going to be a nail biter. The ultimate question is, how much practice are you going to have to, are you going to be trying to put in this week to try to get, self in a very good spot? Because I feel like next week, every point, every position matters.
Oh, definitely. Every point and every position will definitely matter. And I don't know how much practice I'm going to put in, but I will definitely be there for sure, and I will be ready to race.
Heck yeah. Well, Caleb, I want to wish you luck for next week. Great win, or I mean, a great second. Man, we both messed up our positions here tonight. But great second place finish here tonight. Let's see if you can get yourself a win next week and get yourself the championship. Also, get a double, a double out of it. And let's see what next week is in store for us.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Caleb, your second place finisher here tonight. Now, next up is going to be your race winner, able to bring it home. Let's see how Brandon is feeling here tonight. Hey, Brandon, this is Brandon in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. Look at you, able to get yourself a win here. Congratulations, bud. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I feel like a little bit of redemption from a couple of these playoff races, but all in all, it was a good race.
Heck yeah, and with look at this week, or I should say like the past 2 weeks, or if however you want to look at it. You got married, had congratulations on that. Get yourself the win. I feel like it's just been definitely a very good couple weeks for you. With everything going on right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been a lot of work these last 2 weeks, but it's been a lot of fun at the same time.
Heck yeah. Well, looking at the point systems right now with it being an updated, Bud third place right now in the points. You're only 6 points away from Caleb, and man, the points is so close. With you, Caleb, and Chance. Even Wesley being involved here was only 7 points away. How nervous are you knowing looking into next week? You're trying to defend the champion from last season to try to do it again to get a double. How nervous knowing that hey, there's a lot on the line right now.
Not super nervous. 6 points is a lot for one race, so I have to have a lot of things go my way that race, but we'll just throw caution to the wind and see what happens.
Definitely. Well, buddy, who do you want to give a big shout out to this that made this number 5 possible here tonight?
The admin team, as always, you for doing the show, Shinko for coming on board, everybody for coming out. It's been a lot of fun with this group, and hopefully we can continue to build on it.
Heck yeah. Well, Brandon, I hope you have a great night. You stay safe out there. Congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week with the nail biter type of race, and we'll see who's going to be able to get the champion.
Sounds good.
All right, have a good night. We'll see you later.
You too.
All right, that is Brandon, your race winner here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night we just witnessed. What a night we just watched. And want to give a big shout out to all the drivers here that made this thing possible and the league admins. Man, oh man, stay tuned next week. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is the championship race. And like I said, 2,109 points, 2,106, 2,103, 2,102 type of deal. That is for your top 5. It's gonna be. Oh, I lied. 2,000 for 5th place. Ed Brown is at 2,093 points. So he's only 16 points away, but the points are so close. Anything matters. Everything is gonna matter of how that's all gonna play out. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Everybody stay safe out there, and we'll see everybody later on. We'll be back live Monday and then Tuesday. Stay tuned. Other than that, have a great night.